Now, isn't that a beautiful sight, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, there's one thing you can't knock about Rift, the graphics. They do have some very nice graphics in this game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Gamer Down. This is your host, darkhosis. And yesterday I brought out the Christmas event preview, and I brought up a few questions as well, such as, are they going to decorate the rest of Tolera? Are they going to put the decorations in the other zones? And it seems the answer to that is a definite yes. Here right outside of Sanctum, you can see the little hut with the candy canes and the little Christmas hat. There also seems to be gifts. These gifts here, all they do is offer you a buff. And there's also these Christmas rifts as well. And, you know, they're basically a rift with a Christmas tree in the middle. And Christmas-themed mobs, as you'd say, like ice, crystal, or snowflake, you know, whatever. You know, it's just like Yetis and kind of bluish boglings, basically. So, as you can see outside of Sanctum here, they have thrown up some of the decorations as well. And if you have never been on the public test shard, it's open to everybody. You know, you should go over there and check it out. They are still running this little Christmas event and still testing it and still working on it. And like I mentioned in my prior video, this is all just, you know, brand new stuff. You can expect anything to change, and you know, anything could happen. Anything could be completely different by the time it actually hits the live servers. Beta is beta. Here you can see one of the actual Christmas rifts in action, and this is just one of the low-level ones, you know, here in Silverwood, and there was several. It's all of the storm rifts are now little Christmas rifts. I mean, this is all going to be happening around Christmas, and when the Christmas event happens, you know, this is like a month and a half off or something like that. You know, it's about at least a month off before you can expect to see this stuff. But as you can see, it's basically just a Christmas tree and a storm rift, and you know, some of the little creatures, you know, like what was it, like an ice crystal, and you know, things like that. You know, just Christmas themed mobs. And maybe they will change these mobs some. That would be really, really sweet if they would spice up some of these rift mobs. I mean, we've seen, you know, these guys, you know, just way too many times. We've seen the Yetis a million jillion times. You know, we've seen the little bogling guys, you know, and these little crystal guys. Well, you know, we've seen all of these. It would be nice to see something a little new for Christmas. And there, I think I finally fixed my microphone. Sorry about that. So you should be able to hear me a little bit better. Anyway, yeah, these Christmas rifts, they are basically just storm rifts. And there's a Christmas tree in the middle of it and a couple of snowmen. And there's nothing really, you know, a deviation from the normal rifts. It's just basically, I've said basically a million times because that's what it is, basically. Basically the same as all the rest. You know, it's basically the same as all of the other rifts that you've ever seen in your life, you know, but it's outside of raid rifts and expert rifts. So don't expect any surprises when it comes to the rifting, at least. You know, that's something that this game should really spice up. It's a game that's called Rift, and they spend very little time devoted to the rifts and actually spicing them up and making them dynamic and making them interesting. But since this rift here is gray to me, I didn't, you know, get any of these special rewards. If you want any of these special rewards, of course you must engage a rift that is of your level. And we're going to go out to Shimmer Sand and check one of those out. I just wanted to see how many of these unique snowflakes you'd get from, you know, doing these out there. So yes, if you were wondering, the Christmas rifts will be in Shimmer Sand, and they will be in every zone. You know, they'll be in Stillmore. That's going to be pretty interesting, seeing a big old Christmas tree in the middle of Stillmore. Yeah, that's going to look a little ridiculous. But as you see, you know, here's a rift of my level, and of course you can't solo that last guy. You know, you get right to the point, but they're always so tough. And what I got out of this was one of the items for the daily quest, and about 20 unique snowflakes. So I imagine if you were able to complete a total rift, and kill this last bonus boss guy, you'd probably get about like 25 unique snowflakes, which is a little bit of a bump up from the last world event that they've been having here. They had really terrible drop rates for the currency at the for this last world event, and people were having to make alts to make up for the difference, because they couldn't afford anything. So let's go ahead and look around at some of the other places, that are decorated. Here over at Quicksilver College, they have a Christmas tree too, and as you see, there are presents on the ground. There's little presents scattered, it seems, all over the place, and they just seem to be like dropped, here and there. Mainly also around like these Christmas tree type, deals, and they're also like on the ground, like on Sanctum, and like along the trails to the road. It's like Santa Claus had a terrible accident and dropped all his presents. But as you can see, in each of these, I got one unique snowflake, which will, take quite a while to get a few of them. But hey, it's better than nothing. And some of these gifts also seem to contain a few special items. I know that the gifts in Sanctum, they have the holiday snowmen, as you can see right there. And by the time I had went around Sanctum about 2-3 times, I had about 5 of these holiday snowmen. So I don't know if the drop rate is really cranked up for like this little testing that they're doing for it, or they just made the drop rate really high so everybody could get one. Something kind of different, you're not allowed to add this to your collection of pets. It's just in your backpack. So I hope that's something they change before they eventually, put this out on the live servers and stuff like that. All right, I just want to go around Sanctum, real quick so you could see some of the things that you could loot. There's the snowman there, this little snowman pet. But as you go around Sanctum, you'll find like little candy canes and little gifts that are just like laying on the ground and things like that. And, people who are on low population servers, they're going to have a run of the mill. They're going to have all the unique snowflakes they want and all the gifts they want. So it might be a good idea to make an alt on a low population server, because most of these items for this world event are account bound. So, with the free transfers, there's no reason why you couldn't make a character on a low population server, get what you need, then transfer back and just send your items to your alt. Yeah, pretty smart, huh? Anyway, this has been a special look at some of the things coming up for Christmas here in Rift. This has been Darkhosis for the Gamer Down. Be sure and thumbs up videos and subscribe. I'm just going to leave you with me looting some of the things here, and then you can see what I got. It's mainly just unique snowflakes, more of the currency. But like I said, hey, that's better than nothing. And I imagine that they will put in like some really cool gifts besides the holiday snowmen. They're probably going to be some epics or something dropping in some of these presents. All right, guys, take care of yourself.
The finest goods from the finest hands. Until next time.